Hello, my darlings. My name is Victoria, and this is Veritas Tarot. Sagittarius, I'm going to do your reading this afternoon. It's my new mini readings. I'm trying to keep my readings around about 20 minutes long, depending on what Spirit has to say. Every time there is a new season, a new star sign season, I will be doing what I call the big read. I've just done one for the Scorpio season that we've just come into. But I'm going to be doing your reading today, and we're going to be using my animal oracle deck to start off with, and then after that we're going to be using my Light Seers Tarot and the Sun and Moon Tarot for you. And if I do feel guided to pull another card, I will do for you today. If this reading resonates, my darling, it simply means that Spirit has guided you to see these messages at exactly the right time for you. And if it doesn't resonate, it simply means, my darling, that this message wasn't for you today, but there will always be a message out there for you at exactly the right time as guided by Spirit. Thank you so much, Sagittarius, for all of your wonderful comments, for your likes, for your shares, for your subscribes. I am so very, very grateful. At the end of this week, on the 31st of October, I am going live at 9 o'clock in the evening. So I would be so grateful and would love for you to join me there if you are able. I'm going to be pulling cards for the energies in the room, but also I'm going to take some time as well to answer questions from those that are in the room too. So please do join if you can. It is the first time I'm going live, so this is me stepping to the edge of my comfort zone, which is very important as part of my soul's evolution on this journey with readings and with my journey as a whole for my soul's evolution. So thank you so much for all of your love and support. Okay, Sagittarius, so let's see what animal message there is for you. Which animal message is there for you today? Thank you, Spirit, for Sagittarius, for those that most need to hear this message. Dove Spirit, be peace. Beautiful, beautiful card for you here today. So what this is saying for me is that you have come to a space in your life. I'm sorry, my phone is making a little noise there. Number 21, you've come to a space in your life where you're beginning to know what you do want. It's like this sort of inner calling, second chance. It's like a pivotal moment for you. And be peace is, Spirit is saying to you, be in the moment as much as you can right now, because otherwise what happens is that the mind tends to make us feel in a place where we're not feeling at peace at all. We're a little bit flustered about things. Be at peace within yourself for where you are right now. Be at peace with others as well, because it is with the understanding, if we're at peace with ourselves and at peace with others, then we have that understanding and compassion for not only our journey and what our soul is going through in order to evolve, to release or understand, to let go and to evolve, but also what somebody else is going through on their journey. Because when we are at peace with that, we're saying that their journey is their journey, our journey is our journey, and that nothing is ours to control, to keep. Everything is fleeting. And being at peace is understanding that everything is exactly as it should be, that everything, every person, place, event, experience that we've gone through has brought us to where we are right now in this present moment, and everything is for our greatest good. And it's the same for somebody else on their journey as well. If we respect our journey, it's also about respecting somebody else's journey as well. So be at peace, my darling. It's just simply being in the moment. That is enlightenment, when every moment is the best moment that you're living, because you're not allowing your mind to bring in the past or the future, the past sadnesses, regrets, or the future anxieties or worries. You're being present in the present moment, which is a gift. Everything is a gift. And in the peace, be at peace in that stillness, because our mind can never process, can never work out what really the answers that we're looking for. But in the stillness within that heart space, and if you're not meditating, please try and do so, even if it's just for a few minutes a day, in that present moment, being at peace and saying, I'm willing to receive whatever it is that's intended for me in this present given moment. You are at peace. You are at one. It's a beautiful place to be, my darling. And that's number 21, which for me it's the judgment card. It's that place of beginning to understand what you do want. And there is a yearning within you, is this sort of calling that you've got, and you may not know where it's going to, but Spirit is also saying, with the Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold. And being fearless and bold, my darling, is not running around trying to control everything. It is sometimes being fearless and bold is to be quiet, is to be still, is to be in the silence, is to be at peace, because you're actually releasing so much trying to control things around you. You're actually releasing it to the unknown. You're releasing it to the universe. And in releasing it and being at peace, you have extraordinary trust and faith that if anything's meant for you, it will come to you in its own perfect divine timing, as and when it is meant to. And being fearless and bold also means that when you feel something, when you lean towards something, when you feel a real at peace, when you're doing a particular something that you love to do, that you love to be creative with, that is your soul talking to you, because your creative expression is very simply, as I stated the other day on one of the videos I did, your creative expression is your soul, your peaceful soul's voice literally piercing through those self-imposed and society-induced fears and anxieties that we put upon ourselves. Your creative expression is an individual representation of your soul's physical experience. And what I mean by that is every time you feel an excitement and the urge to do something you love to do, and you love to visualize it, and you love to create it, and you have a huge passion for it, that is your soul. You cannot go wrong if you follow those steps. When you feel the urge to do something and it's coming from a choice of hope and joy as opposed to fear, then that is the next steps forward for you on this journey. And your soul's individual representation in that creative expression is your soul simply saying in that moment, this is who I am. I am representing myself as this in this present moment. And with that, you are constantly shifting to a higher vibration all the time, because you are being at peace in the present moment, doing something beautifully creative. So this is your soul's journey. Be fearless and bold, my darling. So let's put that there. Let's do the Sun and Moon Tarot for you next. Thank you. Thank you for Sagittarius. That flew out for you. 2 cards there. You've got the Queen of Swords and you've got the 5 of Wands has popped out. So wherever you have been, my darling, you've been on a bit of a journey. And with the Queen of Swords, you've come to a place now. I'm just looking at this lovely little Queen of Swords. You've stopped through the healing that you've done, through the expansiveness that you have been through. You have removed from yourself any falsehoods that you were presenting yourself with. You're being incredibly brave and strong now to stand in front of whomever, the world, your friends, your family, whoever this means for you, and say, this is who I am. I'm not pretending now to be somebody different. This is who I am. And you now are able to speak in a way which surprises some people, because you may not have had that ability before, because there was so much fear attached to it. And if this is something to do with the journey that you're on and your life path or your healing path, then you keep doing what you're doing, my darling, because what you are doing, thank you, Spirit, is also being a spokesperson for others. And you are in speaking your truth, in speaking how you feel about things, in talking from that higher self, and talking from a place of love, and being vulnerable, and being open, and being honest about who you are. You are allowing whoever it is around you, it's for the good of not just yourself, but the others around you as well. I hope that makes sense, and it will do for whoever's listening to me today, and this is resonating with you. So this is the Queen of Swords, and you've got here the 5 of Wands. And so look at the 2 different colors and images of these cards here. that Queen of Swords is in a place of peace. She is observing things from her higher self. She does not have an attachment so much to others. There's a detachment within you that's a very healthy detachment, because you're now understanding that happiness comes from within. It does not come from an attachment or a codependency on another or on an outcome. And with the Five of Wands is a very conflicted, negative energy card. We are all energy, and energy presents itself to us in emotion, energy and motion. So what we feel, we give out vibrationally. And what I'm feeling with you now is that you have decided to remove yourself from, during this be at peace, this 21 be at peace, which is where you are. You've decided to remove yourself from things that were unhealthy for you, from things that brought a negative attachment, codependency, energy to your life. And now you have this incredible healthy boundary around yourself, where you know what you do want, and what you also are attracting to you is the same, the vibration that you're in at the moment. And this is the energy that you've been giving out. This is your being, where's that card? Being fearless and bold as well. You are saying, this is what I deserve. This is the energy I'm at. This is what I deserve to receive in return. And the universe is responding as such, because you have made a decision to not get so caught up. You know, when we get angry at people, when we have fear about things, when we have criticism about things or others, all of it is holding us in a place of resistance. But being at peace is stating, none of that has anything to do with me. I am in a relationship with my soul. My life path is for the evolution of my soul. And therefore, every opportunity, every person, every event is for the evolution of my soul. So even if I still feel a sense of my guard up, and even if I still feel sometimes I don't want that energy around me, which is fantastic, I'm also understanding in that moment that those opportunities, those people have been given to me, and they are opportunities for my growth. And that's where you are right now. So that is very, very lovely to see. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. I'm sorry about my phone constantly buzzing. I'm just going to put it over there. I have put it on silent, but I should have put do not disturb on it. What else have we got? We've got the King of Swords has popped out. Thank you, Spirit. Anything else? And the Seven of Wands. So what I'm immediately seeing here is it be at peace. There is a relationship that this is the energy that was between you. So you've got here, there was you again as the Queen of Swords. And there you've got the Five of Wands that was in between you. And then you have here the King of Swords. So, and now you've got the Seven of Wands has come out, which is very much the card of being yourself, be at peace, removing the mask, saying, this is who I am, this is what I deserve. And it's very much doing it as well from not a place of defensiveness, not a place of having to explain yourself the whole time, just having a deep knowing what is right and what is wrong for you. And what you've got here with the King of Swords is whoever this person is for you, my darling, they are on their own journey, as we said, in respecting and being at peace with where you are. I feel that you are accepting also at peace with where they are, that they have their own soul's path, they have their own soul's journey, and each of our souls has chosen this path to follow. And it is when we respect both not only our own path, but others as well, that we allow them to be who they are in that present moment, because we can't force, as you know, somebody to be the person that we wish for them to be. Because if we're wanting to force it, then we're saying that I have a lack of within myself because I need to have this person in my life. And you have let this person go, and you've allowed them to go off on their journey because they're moving away from you. And that white horse also represents peace. And you've got here these three birds here, which are kind of the ravens, the blackbirds, which talk about sort of the keeper of secrets. They have this journey. This is, the birds look like they're on a migration. Birds, just like all animals on this planet, except for human beings, immediately follow their instincts in terms of the path that they're taking. So whoever this is for you, this is a journey they felt they've needed to do, and they may not understand why they're needing to do it. They may not know where they're going, because birds, when they migrate, don't know where they're going. They just know they need to go on this journey. So allow them to do it. And you, my darling, have almost stopped repetitive cycles by doing this, because you are now, although you feel, it says here, valor here, the bravery that you're showing with doing this by releasing and letting go is allowing whatever it is that's meant to come in for you to come in for you. And that's it's exactly as it should be at this time. Let's see what else Spirit has to say for you. Thank you for Sagittarius. Five of Swords. I know you're in your head, my darling, a little bit about this. Thank you, Spirit. And the Hangman. One more card, please. Wow, that flew out. And the Strength card. There's another one that's sitting here as well. The King of Swords again. It's okay. So what I've got here with the Five of Swords and the King of Swords, your mind will never make sense of this at this time. Your mind is that jumble of thoughts. The only place that can make sense of this is your heart and soul space, that space of stillness. The reason our minds can't make sense of this is because the mind can only process the information that it has received in this lifetime. And if that process it has received is a lot of what it perceives to be negative feelings and emotions, then it creates a protectiveness within oneself. And that's the ego that comes from the pain body. So the mind is judged, on the most part, judged data. It's not real. It's come out of things that we've told ourselves, things that other people have told us, conditioned behaviors within ourselves. So we're never going to make sense of something. We're never going to receive that peace through thinking logically with the mind. The only place to receive that peace, be at peace, is to be, as a human being, to be. And to be is to literally, in this present moment, as I'm speaking to you, that's gone, it's now in the past. And the future is now in the present. It's to accept and be in this present moment as much as possible. It's to understand that every moment is your best moment. You are safe in this present moment. You are still in this present moment. And if you're open and willing to receive, which I can see you are, then you just accept that you are where you are because you are meant to be here now. And your soul understands why. So try not to let your mind cause, it's your mind that's causing the conflict, nothing else. Nothing has any meaning except for the meaning that we give it. So if you think there is a problem here, sorry, one of my little dogs nuts asleep on the sofa there, Daisy's just appeared. If you think there is a problem here, ask yourself, is this a problem because something hasn't worked out the way that I intended it to work out? And did I intend to work this out from my pain body space or from my soul space? Is this a problem that has come from something that I was looking to creatively do? And if it's a problem, then what opportunity comes from this? Because every block is an opportunity for growth. You're not going to make sense of this out of your mind. Allow yourself to sit in that space of stillness and being and at peace with where you are. And say to Spirit, thank you for the answers coming through to me. Thank you. I am open and ready and willing to receive these answers. You've got the King of Swords here again as well. Whoever this person is, my darling, this is their journey. And they also are learning you see that the gray hair, that they're gaining so much wisdom from this experience, whatever it is they're going through. They are beginning to be able to cut to the chase of things, because they are doing a lot of stillness. They are doing a lot of the hermit mode, a lot of the listening, and they're much more at peace with themselves than they ever were before. So this journey has been a very necessary one for them. There are still yet secrets to be told. There are still yet things to come through. The universe never gives us all the information at once. If we were given all those downloads at once, it would completely blow our minds. We are always given exactly what we need in every single present moment in divine timing. So they are exactly where they are needing to be right now, my darling. And with this Hangman, Spirit is asking you to try and see things from a new perspective, that everything happens for you, not to you. And it's how you choose to receive it as the gift. You know this, my darling. What is it that you have learned and gone through? And I go back to that beautiful Be at Peace card and the Queen of Swords. What is it that you have learned from this? What is it that has made you feel more at peace and more relief with this? What have you taken from this? What opportunities has this situation given you? And the more you can voice that, remembering that words are so incredibly powerful, the more you can voice that, and because you're both sitting there as the King and Queen of Swords, it's very important that the energies between you are not clouded over and misaligned with any negativity. So if you wish to speak with them, or they with you, do so from a place of love and understanding and compassion, because when you speak from that place, it's not necessarily how much the message is received by them. If they are meant or intended to receive the message from you, they will receive it. If it's meant to be a seed that's planted in their mind, for them to retrieve, for it to grow for a while, that is what will happen. But actually, it's just a consideration of yours whether they actually receive the message or not, because it's how you speak the message is important as the Queen of Swords, and they're sitting there as the King of Swords. And this is seeing it from a new perspective. As you speak from love, as you speak from truth, as you speak from peace, as you speak from compassion, you yourself receive those words. You yourself hear them, feel them, resonate with them. And so every revolution, every relationship is for the evolution of your soul, my darling. And it is when you come into that space, which I feel you're coming into, where the relationship with source energy is the most important relationship you can have with your soul, with source energy. Because your soul is source energy. It is the divine. It is the omniverse, the universe. And the relationship you have with that is the most important thing. And when you have a relationship where you're listening to yourself and you're receiving the insights and you're allowing yourself that creative expression, that brings joy. And then following on from that, everything that you've wished for. So this Hangman is for you to be at peace with where you are now. Understand that you are seeing things from a different perspective, that there may be a pause in your journey moving forward, but there'll be a reason for it at this time. And you've got the Strength card here. This is a time of great willpower. It's like making a New Year's resolution for yourself, that you're not going to let that busy mind of yours get in the way of your peace. This is the card of you literally quietening those ego-based fears and thoughts that you have, and accepting that the only place to be is that place of stillness where you can receive everything. And I urge you again, if you're not meditating or doing something that produces that place of being, whether it's sitting, listening to music or walking, then please do it. Because when we are very, very busy, it is a trauma-based response sometimes for not wanting to process things. And it's only through the processing of things and letting it out and releasing it and feeling the relief with doing so that we can move forward in the journey. Otherwise, we are repeating cycles. And I don't see you're doing that. I feel that you've been incredibly strong. You have made a decision. You've got here the King and Queen of Swords with the Five of Wands between you, 2 King of Swords, and you are receiving great insight and great clarity, my darling. So I am going to finish. I'm actually feeling guided to pull one card for you from my Muse deck. Thank you for Sagittarius. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. It's not really a little card, but the Hermit, of course. Meditation, going within. If you don't meditate, try. It's not a big scary thing. It's actually an extraordinary thing. You could try it for 20 minutes a day. First 10 minutes, you might fidget a lot and want to move, but just keep still, even if you get an itch, because it's your body saying, "Ooh, ooh, I want to be awake, I want to be awake," but you're actually going into the stillness. And then the last 10 minutes, you'll be aware of things around you, but you'll be in that place. Do whatever it is that feels comfortable for you. You can lie down, you can sit, you can listen to music. I love to listen to the Om chanting, which Om Omniverse. It's the beautiful sound, and the Tibetan monks do a wonderful. There's lots and lots of variations of it on YouTube. It's a beautiful way of taking you right to the core of it, and as the Om sound is the sound of creation, when you're sitting in that space, you're in an incredibly grounded stillness. So with the Hermit card, this is a time for you. It's not a time of isolation. It's not a time to feel lonely. It's a time that you've chosen, your soul has chosen. And I feel you have chosen as well. It's a time of solitude. And it's a time in that solitude, you're literally hanging out with your higher self. Time alone is time spent with God. And it's a time to receive. And it's a very important time for you this time. It's a very important time for you. And your path it will become clearer and clearer. Do you see the footsteps here as you sit within this space? So I hope. And just at the bottom of the deck, just as I finish for you, my darling Sagittarius, there you've got Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan. This goes back to trusting that there is a plan here with Spirit, that this is a wink from the universe. This is the lovely, beautiful coincidences, the serendipitous moments. Spirit has a plan. And it's a big plan. And as the koala also represents for me the hermit. So this is like a double hermit. You sit and be you. You sit and do you at the moment. You are the most important person in your life right now. The only responsibility at the moment you have is for yourself. This is a time for you to receive. This is a time for you to speak your truth, not for how others receive it, but how you receive those words as you speak them. And you will gain such insight and clarity. You are a beautiful communicator. Whatever you are doing as well with speaking how you are feeling is having a ripple effect on others as well energetically. So trust in all of this. Spirit has a plan, my darling, and you've already answered the call, because I can see that with being at peace with where you are. You've made a decision. You're there as the Queen of Swords. So be at peace with where you are. Spirit has a plan, and meditate, be still, be in the stillness. Okay, my darling, I hope that has helped and resonated with whoever has come to see this message today. I look forward to doing Sagittarius's big read as we come into Sagittarius season. And in the meantime, I will be doing another reading in about 10 days' time. But take care, my darlings. Lots of love. Bye-bye.